Gloria Mark, Attention Span, a groundbreaking way to restore balance, happiness, and productivity. In the book Attention Span, a groundbreaking way to restore balance, happiness, and productivity, Gloria Mark offers a deep dive into the complexities and challenges of people's relationship with digital technology. The author presents her findings from extensive research on how our attention span has been affected by exposure to various digital stimuli, particularly in the context of modern workplaces. Through this book summary, readers can expect to uncover some common myths about attention, explore different types of attention, and learn how to manage and optimize their everyday attention span in order to thrive in an increasingly digital world.
Attention warfare, digital age. It's no secret that our attention spans have dwindled with the rise of digital technology. Research shows that people now switch their focus every 47 seconds, and getting back on track after interruptions takes 25 minutes. Our brains are designed to handle multitasking and attention shifts, but the constant bombardment of distractions in the digital age consumes significant mental energy, leaving us feeling stressed, drained, and burned out. Challenging some common attention myths will prove beneficial in understanding our new reality. In this digital era, our attention is pulled in multiple directions by a steady stream of distractions. We're constantly tempted to check our phones, social media platforms, and a never-ending stream of information. It's no wonder our attention spans have shortened significantly. Researcher Gloria Mark has been studying the impact of digital technology on people's lives for years, using living laboratories to observe behavior in real time. The studies revealed that while people at work spent roughly 3 minutes on a task in 2004, by 2021 this time dropped sharply to an astonishing 47 seconds. This rapid attention shift may result from various factors, including boredom, habit, or the internet's ability to draw us further into the vast virtual world. While external interruptions like phone calls or chatty colleagues hinder our focus, internal causes like sudden questions, memories, or to-do list items also vie for our attention. It's worth noting that our brains have always handled attention shifts and interruptions. Multitasking is not a new phenomenon, and our minds are well equipped to deal with these situations. However, the digital age has intensified the frequency of mental gymnastics required to keep up, using up tremendous amounts of mental energy. This constant struggle leads to increased stress, exhaustion, and burnout. In order to better navigate the attention warfare we face, it's important to question and debunk common myths about attention and understand the unique challenges presented by the digital age. Armed with this knowledge, we can develop strategies to strengthen our mental resilience and regain control over our fragmented attention. Demystifying attention types. Attention is our ability to consciously process aspects of our environment while excluding others, which involves multiple brain networks coordinating various skills. For attention types can be identified based on our levels of engagement and challenge, focus, rote, boredom, and frustration. Contrary to popular belief, striving for focus is not the only path to productivity, and each attentional state holds value. Rote activities can revitalize our cognitive resources and boost mood, while embracing natural attention rhythms enhances happiness and efficiency at work. Attention is a fascinating aspect of human cognition that allows us to process specific elements of our surroundings while disregarding others. This capability doesn't originate from a single region in the brain, rather, multiple networks join forces to manage tasks like maintaining awareness, prioritizing assignments, utilizing working memory, and exercising self-regulation. Our involvement and the challenges we face with objects of attention give rise to 4 distinct attention types. When we are immensely engaged and challenged by an activity, we experience focus, such as becoming engrossed in a work project. Being highly engaged but with minimal challenge results in a rote state, as seen when browsing TikTok or playing Candy Crush. Conversely, a lack of both engagement and challenge puts us in a state of boredom, while being unengaged and heavily challenged leads to frustration. There's a misconception that unrelenting focus is the key to productivity. However, each attentional state serves a purpose and carries value. It's crucial to understand that maintaining focus indefinitely is implausible, as our cognitive resources are finite and need replenishment. Taking breaks, getting sufficient sleep, and enjoying vacations are well-known methods, but even low-effort mindless activities such as playing Candy Crush offer daily mini-breaks that refresh our energy. Interestingly, individuals often report heightened happiness during road activities compared to a focused state, denoting a bonus mood boost. The notion of flow, a transcendent state of deep focus where time becomes irrelevant, is often revered as an ultimate goal. While artists frequently immerse themselves in flow while creating art or music, knowledge work roles involving communication, research, and analysis offer fewer opportunities for experiencing this state. Nevertheless, people in these professions can achieve happiness, engagement, and productivity without consistently chasing flow. Instead, recognizing and adapting to natural attentiveness patterns plays a vital role in maximizing efficiency and well-being. Embrace your attention type and work with its inherent rhythm to attain optimal results. Mastering attention amid distractions. Our attention is easily influenced by external distractions like shouting or phone notifications, often causing interruptions that take us 25 minutes to recover from. Surprisingly, we interrupt ourselves almost as frequently, driven by the need for mental breaks to manage stress, though these can also waste cognitive resources and generate negative emotions. Women tend to handle interrupted tasks and multitasking better than men, but genuine supertaskers are rare. Balancing focused work and self-control is key. Overexerting self-control could weaken it, while effectively managing conscious breaks can aid productivity. You must understand by now that our attention can be swayed by factors beyond our control. When we're focusing on something important, such as writing a document, external distractions like a sudden noise or phone alert can steal our focus. These interruptions are frustrating, causing increased pressure and stress, especially since it takes approximately 25 minutes to regain our concentration. Surprisingly, we also have a tendency to interrupt ourselves, without any external triggers. For instance, right in the middle of completing a crucial task, you might find yourself irresistibly drawn to social media, or you might suddenly remember a forgotten chore. The more we're interrupted by external factors, the more likely we are to self-interrupt. While they can provide a soothing break and help us manage stress, such interruptions can also consume cognitive resources, elicit lingering emotions, and lead to unproductive scrolling. Our ability to cope with distractions depends on various social, environmental, and genetic factors. Women, for example, are generally more adept than men at resuming interrupted tasks and handling multiple tasks simultaneously. However, don't be fooled, only a minority, known as supertaskers, can multitask without sacrificing their mood or performance. Most people can only pay attention to two tasks at once if one is automatic, like talking on the phone while walking. But attempting a Zoom call while composing an email requires rapid attention switching between the tasks, which can strain cognitive resources. Overexerting ourselves to resist distractions can also deplete our resources. Self-control resembles a muscle. If we use it too frequently, it eventually weakens. Some individuals naturally possess stronger self-control muscles, allowing them to recover from distractions quicker. Interestingly, highly conscientious people spend more time on entertainment websites, but they are better at pulling themselves back to work. They use these activities as deliberate breaks, improving their productivity. As for the rest of us, we can strengthen our self-control muscle gradually to master our attention amidst distractions. Unmasking attention's modern myth. The widespread belief that our susceptibility to distractions stems from a lack of discipline overlooks the influence of culture, technology, and attitudes in our lives. The Internet's network structure, which mirrors our brain's associative connections, enables our curiosity to explore and make associations. Companies have long capitalized on this effect, using data-driven algorithms to predict and provide content that captures our attention. With the increasing brevity of social media content and even movies' pace, our attention spans have inevitably shortened. As a result, we face strong forces shaping our attention and need strategies to regain control. The notion that we fall prey to distractions and multitasking because of poor discipline often prevails in our lives. However, such a perspective overlooks the genuine influence that contemporary culture, technology, and attitudes have in shaping our behavior. Today, the internet is omnipresent, and its popularity stems from a network structure mimicking our mind's inherent functioning. Hyperlinks cater to our curiosity, enabling us to follow associative connections and wander seamlessly between topics. For example, an inquiry about Leonardo da Vinci may lead to the Mona Lisa, and ultimately to French history. Although our attention may initially be goal-directed, it gradually becomes open and opportunistic, with our brains seeking the reward of information at every link. Cleverly capitalizing on this phenomena, companies have employed algorithms to collect data about our personalities, attitudes, and behaviors, predicting the types of links that entice us to click. As a result, they have become increasingly proficient at identifying and presenting content that elicits emotional responses, capturing our attention and keeping us scrolling. Social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook even limit content lengths to cater to our ever-decreasing attention spans. This trend extends beyond the internet, with movies now cutting between shots every 4 seconds, compared to the 8-second average in 1980. The rapid pace of visual content increases our heart rates, impulsivity, and exhausts cognitive resources. Considering that the average American spends nearly 10 hours a day on screens, the extent of this influence is striking. In the face of these powerful forces manipulating our attention, it is essential to develop strategies and practices that empower us to regain control and focus on what truly matters. Mastering your digital attention. To gain control over our digital behavior, it's crucial to develop meta-awareness of our habits, resist manipulations, synchronize with natural focus rhythms, and take calculated breaks. A healthy relationship with technology demands changes at the individual, organizational, and societal levels, reminding us that the digital landscape is something we can influence and shape. In today's digital world, companies are experts at manipulating our attention, often leaving us feeling like we have little control over our online choices. However, taking back control begins with enhancing your digital agency. This involves cultivating a meta-awareness about your digital behavior and understanding the forces that vie for your attention. Recognizing your habits and the distractions you find hardest to resist is a crucial first step. To develop this awareness, make a habit of asking yourself the right questions. For example, before visiting Instagram, think about what you expect to gain from the platform. Once you're on Instagram, consider the time you've spent there and what benefits you've received. By visualizing the consequences of your actions, such as the feelings you'll have after spending hours in a YouTube rabbit hole, you'll be more intentional with your online activities. Remember that self-regulation is like a muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Another strategy is to align your digital activities with your natural focus rhythms. Research indicates that people often concentrate best around 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., with a dip after 1 p.m. Use this knowledge to schedule more challenging tasks during peak focus times and rote activities during attention dips. Recognize when your attention is waning, and take deliberate breaks. For example, instead of aimlessly scrolling through social media, you could designate breaks based on peaks and dips in your workflow, such as after completing a chapter or sending an email. To prevent overindulging in distractions like Candy Crush, schedule these activities right before other commitments, like a phone call, to ensure you return to work on time. Creating a healthy relationship with technology demands change at the individual, organizational, and societal levels. Workplaces can promote balance by establishing email-free hours, while governments can encourage media literacy education in schools. It's important to remember that as much as technology has shaped us, we also have the power to shape the digital world. By understanding and harnessing our kinetic attention, we can turn it to our advantage.
Gloria Mark's attention span unravels the nuances of our interaction with digital technology, revealing the truths and myths surrounding our attention span in the digital age. The author promotes cultivating a sense of meta-awareness of our digital behavior, embracing our natural rhythms of attention, and taking proactive measures to manage interruptions and distractions. By understanding the major takeaways from the book's summary, readers are empowered to strike a balance between digital engagement and productivity, both individually and in their organizations. Ultimately, the book encourages rethinking and reshaping our relationship with technology to allow for a happier, less stressed, and more balanced life.